A killing person.
Okay, so this is the riddle. So I will give you like 15 seconds to solve it. Okay.
Okay, try.
15 seconds.
Be a deaf person.
So
It's funny.
here's the clue.
It's the number 3 woman because she doesn't have a knife. I mean her food knife, and plus woman can go to the woman's bathroom.
That's very correct. And
Yeah.
You are a real detective, I promise. Oh my god. You must have read a lot of Conan, you know, or some Sherlock Holmes.
okay. So I have this video that will give you some more detective riddles that you could solve.
What the map?
Okay, so this is the
I'm not killing.
Can everybody be quiet so we can hear this?
Okay.
So can the host mute everyone?
okay.
Little, can you mute everyone?
Okay, so I will.
There is nothing.
Okay, so could you guys solve this in just 15 seconds for each?
I can't see anything.
Okay, wait for a sec.
I can't see anything too.
Okay,
Now I
So
see it.
just play the video.
I see it, but there's no video.
okay.
The smartest
quiet,
five
please.
solved. Well, that lets me out. Hey, are you a fan of good old Agatha Christie novels, or are modern works with elements of thriller more to your liking? It's time to test yourself. We're all familiar with typical IQ tests that rate your intelligence level after you've answered 40 standardized questions. But there are some other ways to find out what your inner genius is. Found several riddles that only a few people can figure out. Do you feel brave enough to crack them? Then go ahead and test your detective skills with these riddles. After each riddle, you'll be given 15 seconds to find the answer. Here we go. Number 7, jailbreak. Jack is placed in a cell with a dirt floor and only one window
It's easy.
so high no one could reach it. The cell is empty except for a shovel. It's hot and dry there, but Jack won't get any food or drink anytime soon. He has only 2 days to break out of the jail. If not, he'll die. We
Okay,
know what you have immediately thought, but no, digging a tunnel is not an option as it will take more than 2 days. So, how should Jack escape the cell? What's your guess?
Hey.
Don't forget.
okay.
Hey,
15.
wait. Is it the floor made of dirt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I know the answer. It's easy. It's super easy. Yeah, I know. Just dig a hill.
I don't hear.
Okay.
Close.
think,
You must answer with the video.
don't
One person at a time.
The video said you mustn't dig a tunnel because it takes more than 2 days.
Yep.
All set?
So we take the things on top
Okay, so
and we sit on the
anyone
dirt
know the
and
answer?
go through the window. That's
One at
easy.
a time.
You
Okay.
can make a pile of dirt so you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can climb up the window, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
Well,
so
the
let's see
lumberjack
that.
turned out to be a piece of cake. He had to use the shovel to make a pile of dirt under the window, climb on it, and escape from the cell. Seriously, who secures prisoners this way?
Okay?
All right, number 6.
Everybody.
A stolen necklace.
but I think that the window doesn't have the steel stick.
Parents.
This window doesn't.
Oh my god, that the robber. So I think that with that trick, any robber can,
So
any
first
criminal
one-
can come out of the
this
jail.
one is quite easy, but I am definitely sure that the next ones will be.
Dindu, what are you doing? Are you writing? Are you drawing some moose? Some
No.
cross?
No.
You draw it.
Was missing. The woman was upset. When the police arrived, they saw no signs of a break-in. No messed up locks, no misplaced doors. Only one was broken. There was a total mess inside the house and dirty footprints all over the floor. Surprisingly, the next day, Mrs. Smith was arrested for fraud. Why?
Okay. Start thinking.
I know the answer.
I know.
5 seconds left.
I know.
I cannot hear anything because it was too noisy.
I
So
know the
Dindu,
answer.
Dindu, can you summary all so we can all hear it
Can you
again
put it
and then
again?
have to? Can you summary it? Summary it. Don't let us hear.
Okay, so I will start this riddle again.
Yep, I know the answer.
This was missing.
Because
The woman was
because
upset.
if
Okay, just wait for everybody to think.
Are you ready there? 5 seconds left.
Vì một tiếng có sự phải trả lời.
Here's the answer.
Okay, anyone know?
The
yeah,
answer.
I know.
Okay, one at a time, please.
Because if the window was broken outside, then in the house will have a lot of piece of glass. But there's no piece of glass there.
Okay,
There is.
okay, so let's see the answer.
The police were sure that Mrs. Smith lied to them because the window was broken from the inside. If it had been broken from the outside, little pieces of glass would have been on the room's floor.
Okay,
Number 5,
the answer is
murder
correct.
at school. On the first day of the school year, a geography teacher was murdered. The police had as many as
Okay, so look at the keyword.
on the first day of the school year.
Okay, first day of the school year. Remember that?
Yeah,
A
the
geography
first day.
teacher was murdered. The police had as many as 4 suspects. They were the gardener, the math teacher, the coach, and even the school principal. Now, I vote for the principal. Now, the sticking point was that they all had alibis.
Okay, so remember that.
The gardener was cutting bushes. The math teacher was holding a mid-year test. The coach was playing basketball. The principal was in the office. Despite this, the killer was arrested immediately. Can you guess who killed the geography teacher and how the police?
I know. Easy,
50
super easy.
seconds to find the killer.
Just wait,
It's the math teacher.
wait.
It is the first day of school year. How could she have a mid? How could
Year test.
she be? Yeah.
The killer was the man on the first day of the school year. He needs to learn how to lie better, don't you think?
Okay, so your
Number
answer
4,
is
a
correct.
lonely man. A lonely old man lived in his house in the suburbs of the city. He led a quiet life. Perhaps he was a homebody, as he never left his dwelling for long. It was a midsummer Friday when the mailman walked by and called out for the man. There was no answer coming from inside the house. The mailman looked into the window and, oh no, saw the man in a pool of blood. When the policeman arrived, he found Tuesday's newspaper, 2 bottles of warm milk, and 1 bottle of cold milk. The next day, the killer was arrested. Do you know how the police found out who it was so quickly? What is your
I know. Easy peasy.
Just
Can somebody else answer except you? You're saying all the questions.
Duck, let me answer this question.
No. You answer too much questions.
Why? Not too much.
okay. So one of you.
You answer like 3.
More than 2 is much, right?
I answered the newspaper seller because it only had in Tuesday.
I don't hear anything.
Monday, but well, the 2.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Này đang có laptop đây.
Okay.
It was obviously the mailman. He knew that no one in that house would read a newspaper on Wednesday or Thursday. That's why he came only on Friday. Number 3, 2 pills. A serial killer had a particular practice going. He kidnapped people and made them take one of 2 pills. One was harmless, the other was poisonous. Whichever pill a victim took, the serial killer took the other one. Then the scheme repeated itself continuously. Victims took their pills with water and died. The killer repeatedly survived. How did he always get the harmless pill? Good luck.
I know.
Time has
I
started.
know. It's easy.
Okay. Just wait for everybody.
Okay, then let me answer this question. That is
No.
easy.
Please, you're answered like 4 now.
But I'm
I
not
answered like
answering
none.
too much. That's easy.
Here's the answer.
Okay. So
The answer is the 2 medicine didn't have poison. The poison is in the what is the
In the
poison-
water.
okay.
Yeah, in the
The
glass
serial
of the
killer
water
was
in
tricking
the
people.
people that the
Poison
criminal.
was in the glass of water his victims drank, not in the pill. Oh, that stinks. So unfair. Just passing by Jack's house, his friend dead in his own house. John called the police and said he was just passing by Jack's house when he decided to drop by to see him. He had been knocking and ringing the bell for a long time. However, all was silent. Perhaps Jack wasn't at home. But John could very well see the light in the room through a frozen window. He breathed on the ice window glass and saw Jack on the floor. Unexpectedly for John, the police arrested him as the main suspect. Why? 15 seconds to go.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I think.
I think that who is drawing some cross on the screen?
Only 5
No
seconds
idea.
left.
Let me answer this, Duck.
No.
Obviously,
Why? Because when the winter, the air inside the window, how can Jack friend see up? How can Jack friend blows the freezing wind, the freezing ice at the outside of the window, but it was inside. He would just lie.
Okay.
murder. The chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan.
So Mary, Nicholas, and Jonathan are 3 keywords.
The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint. Pay closer attention to the note.
I know it.
Can you play again? I didn't get it much.
Okay.
I didn't hear the part.
Chemicals. Number 1, chemical substances. A famous chemist was murdered in his lab. There was no evidence found except for a piece of paper with the names of chemical substances on it. On the day he was murdered, the chemist had only 3 visitors: his wife Mary, his nephew Nicholas, and his friend Jonathan. The police arrested the murderer right away. How did they know who it was? A little hint.
Easy.
Pay closer attention to the note.
I know. The note is writing in something about it. If we write it in no long writing in the short, we will have the name Nicholas. Then Nicholas is the killer.
The answer is hidden in the note. This piece of paper had a clue. If you combine the short names of the chemical substances on the paper, you'll get a name. Niolas. Even dying, this man remained a real chemist. Speaking of chemists, here's one for you. Nitrogen is no more. For what he thought H2O was H2SO4, which is of course sulfuric acid. Well, he managed to
Okay, so that's it for the video. Let's go to the top.
I think
Who's wrong?
Okay.
I to find that to face
Okay, so
one. Face
let's
wrong.
discuss of some
That guys will take us and will
Not
the first one is kidnapping. Many views of kidnapping.
Kidnapping who?
Like little
those people just get and kill us.
Who's trying to get that?
these for okay.
Right.
Mẹ ơi, con tắt nha. Chúng ta nói cho biết lại với này. Em quá. Bây giờ hết này luôn rồi, tắt đây. Tắt meeting. Goodbye. Mẹ ơi, con tắt nha.
because you only
Epic.
Okay, so
Mẹ
let's
ơi,
talk
nói luôn rồi.
about it. So the first
This
is kidnapping. You see, many children were being kidnapped by strangers. Like they give you candy and stuff, then you sleep, and then they take you to a van or something, and then they drew away. Okay.
yeah.
So the second one is bullying. So as you know, at school, many children were bullied. Okay, so do any of you get bullied before?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay, that's good. So the second one is hacking. So many students have Facebook or Twitter. You know, they could easily hack your account to steal your information or your privacy information.
My sister's Facebook been hacked already. I did not know is it unhacked yet.
Okay. Okay. So the second one is cyberbullying. Many children nowadays have their own Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, or even YouTube channels. They kind of receive many comments about how bad they are or something like that, negative things. So they get hurt, and yeah. So these are some ways to help you not to be, yeah. So conclusion is, for bullying, you have to know how to defend yourself. About cyberbullying is that, what is it? Oh, cyberbullying is that just ignore what they say. Don't even just care. Okay, so and about the hacking. So I think we are kind of young, so we shouldn't have any accounts just now. I think that's it. Okay, so there's just like 6 minutes left. So do you have any questions or something to share?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So,
No.
okay. So I will start this meeting.
How do they take
Wait.
tip?
I have questions. I think that you haven't told us about the solution to reduce the crime, right?
Excuse me.
You haven't told us about the solution to reduce the number of crime, right?
So I haven't figured out that. You all have conclusions about that?
Can you tell us about the solution?
No more questions.
Okay. Bye.